Instagram Reels is dead. The algorithm doesn't like you. You can't grow organically anymore. Don't waste your time. I've heard all these things being said time and time again, and you know what? I almost believe them. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Forget about all of that. I'm gonna challenge myself to post a reel every day for 100 days and see what happens. Now I expected to see some sort of change with our account, maybe a little bit of growth, but what happened next I could have never imagined. Now, before I go on to share the results of this challenge with you, let me introduce myself. My name is Jonah August. I'm a wedding filmmaker based in Vancouver, Canada, and I'm happy that you're here. As always, I am super appreciative that you're taking time to watch this video. My goal is by the end of this video, you feel inspired and you tackle this challenge yourself. I'm sharing some really helpful tips and tricks at the end to get you kickstarted, so make sure that you watch the whole video through, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Appreciate it, guys. So let's carry on. All right, friends, so just a quick backstory. The first time that I ever experienced any type of growth whatsoever on Instagram was back in the fall of 2021. We had just hit 10K on Instagram, which was a massive milestone for us. And about 2 weeks after that, I posted a reel that went viral. In just 1 week, we went up 5,000 followers. I honestly couldn't believe it. But after that, I didn't really ride the wave or capitalize on that growth at all. I didn't really understand the reels game, so I kind of just left it at that. So time went on and I posted reels periodically, but I didn't have any strategy with it, so we didn't really see much growth. All of 2022, we only went up 2,800 followers. 2022 was the same year that we noticed Instagram favoring video reels over photo posts, so we noticed a lot less engagement every time we would post a photo. So we ended 2022 with 17,800 followers, and I didn't really try to do much with reels again until the spring of 2023. So that spring I was like, hey, I'm gonna start posting videos again for about a month. And at that point, we went up another 9,400 followers. So we ended up with 27,200 followers the spring of 2023. And it stayed that way for 6 months. Now that brings us to about 100 days ago where I decided I'm gonna post a reel every single day for 100 days and see what happens. My hope was that we'd see some growth and maybe end the year with 30,000 followers, but what happened next, I could have never anticipated. Let's take a look at the analytics here so I can share with you what happened. So I started posting some videos with no definite direction in the beginning. As you can see, the first few weeks, my growth was maxing out at about 200 followers a day. Now this was still exciting because before that, for the last 6 months, I was averaging probably less than 10 a day. Then suddenly on Wednesday, October 18th, I had my first big day of growth. This wasn't a result of one video either, but a culmination of a few that started performing well. We gained over 1,200 new followers that day, and a few of our videos had over 1 million views. Now things tapered off for another couple weeks with a few hundred a day until November 2nd, where we had 5,000 follows in one day. At this point, several of our videos were performing well, and it caused the rest of our videos to get a decent amount of views as well. Not long after this, we saw our biggest daily drop happen. It slowed down for a few weeks there where we were getting less than 100 followers a day. Then December 1st hit, and that day we had about 6,000 new followers. All of December, we had a ton of engagement and things were ramping up significantly. So as you can see, in that first about 90 days, we went up 66,742 followers, which bumped us up to a whopping 95,809 followers by December 20th. Now the new year is coming up and my new goal was to hit 100,000 followers by January 1st. So focusing in here on a 14-day span from December 15th to 28th, you can see that we're still getting quite a bit of daily followers, but it was slowing down a bit. But if you've already done the math here as you're watching, you'll notice that we hit that 100,000 milestone on December 28th. It's crazy to think that we experienced this type of growth just from posting consistently and then over time strategically for 100 days straight. So friends, I want to share with you some things I learned along the way and some tips and strategies that you can implement so that you can experience growth as well. Tip number 1, find your niche and stick to it. This will help you grow in the quickest way possible. If someone sees your video and follows you because they like what they saw, they're going to want to see more of it. For me, as a wedding filmmaker, my niche is to post wedding-related content. Now, it's fine to go off the script a bit. We do that sometimes, totally fine. Sometimes you want to post things that are a little bit different, but we have noticed every time we've done that, we have a little bit of a follower drop-off. As you saw in those results that I shared, that we had a lot of growth. But you may have noticed that we also had a bit of a follower drop-off simultaneously. This is a natural occurrence that all creators experience. Sometimes people follow you for a certain type of video that you shared, but if the next video is different whatsoever, they may not like it. This is what results in that follower drop-off. But if you find your niche and stick to it, you'll minimize this happening. Tip number 2, add subtitles. If there's any narrative in your video whatsoever, whether that be a dialogue, monologue, voiceover, make sure to add subtitles. I use auto subtitles in DaVinci Resolve and make sure that my font is consistent throughout all of my videos. There are also apps that you can use for this, or you can use the built-in auto caption in Instagram. It's quite surprising how many people watch Reels without any audio on, so having captions, having those subtitles will give them context for your video and keep them watching all the way through. Tip number 3, use original audio. Now, I don't have the Instagram algorithm figured out, but I have found that posting original audio versus audio from the Instagram sound library tends to perform a bit better. That being said, I have used songs from the library and I've had those videos go viral as well. I'd say if you're gonna use trending audio from the library, make sure that it's not oversaturated. Maybe it only has 1,000 people who have used it, 2,000, and it's on its way up. That's where you're gonna find the most reach. But if you choose an oversaturated song, you probably won't get seen by many people. Tip number 4, keep your videos short. The perfect recipe is to post short videos that are less than 10 seconds long. I'd max out at 15 seconds, but try to not go over that. If your video is engaging and short, people will probably watch the whole video through, and maybe they'll watch it even a couple of times. Instagram analyzes this as a video that people want to see if they're watching it all the way through. They'll push it further and your audience will just keep growing. Tip number 5, stay consistent. As you've seen from this video and the results that I've shared, that staying consistent really matters. I posted every day for 100 days to see if consistency works, and I can confidently say that it does. Now that probably sounds exhausting, trying to post a video every day, and I don't think you necessarily have to post daily. You could do every other day or every 3 days. It's totally up to you, but you want to post consistently so that your audience always has more videos coming from you. You are now a content creator. There's now somewhat of an expectation coming from you. People want to see more. So if you stay consistent with it, you're going to see that growth for sure. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope that was insightful and helpful and encouraging. And I hope you're inspired. Get out there, start posting some videos, stay consistent, and I guarantee you'll see some results. And I'll see you guys in the next video.